So I really don't like doing these face-to-face things because I feel awkward doing this. But, so my kids have gone to the Lady Antebellum concert tonight with their big sister, Helen. And so I have a few minutes free for myself. I would have liked to have gone metal detecting, but it is so hot. It is now 7:20. Sorry, I went through. It's now 7:20 in the evening. It's probably 80 degrees out. I was just in the store, and for some reason the air is not on in there. But now that the sun's down, I am going to go home, and I have some art projects, or I don't know if you want to call them art because I'm not an artist. It's just these cement things. I make stepping stones. I do a few different things, but this is what I'm going to do today because it's easy and I don't have to think. I went and I like to get these plastic molds. I find them, whether it be like a chip bowl or something like that, you know, that you have at a party, and it might be shaped like something. Like I used to have a 3-leaf clover, and which I loved, and I would make these stepping stones. So I'd have these clovers, and I'd put the moss in them, and I'd have them all over the house. That's when I thought I was Irish, but I took that ancestry DNA, and I'm not Irish. Now my mother, my Irish mother, I don't know, her grandparents, her parents immigrated here in 1860, right around the Civil War time. I'm sure they enjoyed that one. But that's when they came here. They came here from Ireland and England. They're both English, and then the rest of them were born here. My father, his mother and father, they immigrated in 1906, I believe. I might be a year off, but from Italy. And so I knew I was Italian, and I knew I was Irish English all these years. So I took the ancestry DNA, and what do you know? 0% English, 0% Irish. My grandmother's my surnames were, that's correct, is it surnames? Anyways, is Scully and Nuttall. I can trace them back to, you know, even their birth records and their baptismals there in the Catholic churches over in Lancashire, somewhere like that. They're over in that area. They were born there. They think they're Irish. So then I had my niece Kimberly, my sister Abby, my sister Mary, my nephew Jordan, and my daughter Helen took the ancestry DNA. Now Helen took the DNA before I took the DNA, and she did hers on Ancestry. She's Irish, but then of course, you know, her father is Irish German, so I figured, okay, that's, you know, I didn't think anything of, I figured I'm Irish too, so there you have hers, and she's Scandinavian. Excuse me, that's what I thought when she said she was Scandinavian. I said, all right, because she's a tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl. Okay, you look at me, I look like my little short, round grandmother, Italian grandmother, not my skinny little Irish, English grandmother, but my father's mother. That's who I got to look like. So, when she did it, that was fine. So then my sister, who is the first of my mother's children, my mother and father's children. My mother had 10 children. I'm the youngest, okay? My mother takes, my mother, we call her Mother Mary, or Walk on Water Mary, because she could do no wrong. And anything that ever happened, they would always side with Mary. Now, when I came around, my sisters and brothers are at the age where they're old enough to have almost been my mothers and fathers. But anyways, I'm digressing and I'm rambling. But so she takes the test. My sister Abby takes the test. My sister Abby gets hers back. Oh, wait a second, I really should tell you what I am, right? I am 40-something% Italian. I am 33% Scandinavian. 33% Scandinavian. That's just ridiculous, especially because in my head, I'm 0% Scandinavian, so all of a sudden I'm 38% Scandinavian. How the hell did that happen? No Irish, no English, and I know those people. I got the ship's record. They came here from those countries, and every census report that they took in the 1800s, and even the census reports I can find over there in England, they're English, they're Irish. So, let's go figure. So Mary takes the test, and what is it? She is 0% Italian. Now let me tell you, my mother and father, she was the firstborn. She was that one. Before you say mama's baby, papa's maybe, one of us? No. We were definitely all my father's children, and I can say that, or at least the ones that took the DNA test. There was 10 of us. Daddy was a Rambler, Mama could have been too. My sister Abby she has Irish in her, and she has English, and she has, I think she has Irish and English. My sister Mary does, she's mostly Irish. And 0 Italian, and a little bit of Greek. My sister Abby, she's got that Greek in her, and she's got some Italian. Nobody has it like I do. And since I'm the 50%, we have West Asian and stuff like over there, and East Asia. I got a lot of Asian in me. They did too. They got Iberian. So that none of it makes any sense. And then we have Kimmy, and she's got some Irish English in her, but her father is a Morgan, and they're definitely English. So that wasn't any big surprise. Nothing a surprise there. And I don't know if she had any Italian. My nephew Jordan, who is my sister Mary's daughter Cherie's son, he has 7% Italian. Now, the reason I know that we were all related and we were all my daddy's children is because they do this strange thing with Ancestry. You know how they link you with people, and they say, this person may be your first cousin twice removed, or whatever it says. It literally says that my sister Mary and my sister Abby are my full sisters, that we are that close. It says that my niece Kim is my niece, or she is my first cousin. So that's how close she is to me. And it says that my nephew Jordan is my great nephew. So it literally got exactly what we are to each other. But we did not inherit the same lines. Now, I always thought, okay, I looked at my sister Mary. Now, she's my mother's child. She's, you know, barely 100 pounds and real slim, and the blue eyes. And so I knew that, and that's what I always told her. I said, I know you got more mom in you. I got more of my dad, which this was just us guessing. We didn't know anything about the DNA thing. And sure enough, and then Abby is a mixture of the two. Mary's all my mother and barely am my dad. Well, I know that they are my dad, because what you inherit is 50, I'm going to explain this wrong, it's 50% of your mother's DNA and 50% of your father's DNA, and what it's ever passed down to you is what you inherit. So it's only on the maternal line. So it's my father's maternal families that my sister and I would have come down to, and on my mother's side it would have been her maternal family that we would have been. So I would have only gotten the female bloodline in us, and that's all, because they do the mitochondrial, I forgot what that other one is called. But you can do both, because the male can get the blood test. It has the X and the Y chromosomes. Now they can receive both, but they cannot pass the X down to the female, because I think we're Ys, or is it vice versa? Please, I know I'm being stupid right now. And off topic, because my whole conversation, and I really cannot even tell you what I was beginning this whole thing with. See, this is what happens when you talk to yourself. You lose your mind. And I really have no idea where I was going with this. Oh, me and my little stepping stones. Okay. I like to make out of any random plastic thing that I can find a stepping stone, and I used to make these clovers out of it from a chip dish I used to have, and I loved them, and I always gave them out because of my Irish heritage, and well, that was a lie. But now I found at a Goodwill, I found a plastic, it's a palm tree, and you know, I'm in Florida, so I'm gonna try this. It's a little thin. Sometimes the thin ones don't make it, but we'll see. So anyways, I'm going to make it and have you come along with me on this journey, and it could be a big flop, but if it's a flop, you'll see that too. So anyways, sorry for all the rambling. Hopefully I'll learn how to edit soon and you won't have to hear this stuff. Alright, see you soon.